This has got to be the most quotable movie ever made. Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket is a Vietnam War movie that was made by Stanley Kubrick back in the 80s, and it stars Matthew Modine as Private Joker, Arlie Ermy as the Sergeant Gunny, and Vincent D'Onofrio, that's his name, who also plays Private Pyle in this movie. These are the three characters that I know out of this movie. So before I talk about those characters, I'm going to talk about the movie in general, because there's a lot of interesting things about this movie. Because usually with a war movie, you can have them go to war, fight a few battles, and they're feeling down about themselves because people are dying. You just kind of think to yourself, that's every war movie in general. What's so interesting about Full Metal Jacket is that it doesn't start off with the war. It starts off with them in boot camp. They're training. And the training part was by far the most interesting thing in this entire movie. Not to say that the Vietnam part was not interesting at all. That was still good. But the boot camp part was engaging. It was fun. It had some really hilarious moments and a lot of quotable lines in it. So I gotta say, if it focused on just the boot camp part, that would have been fine with me. But they also focused on Vietnam as well. And for some of the battles, I have noticed after they were done fighting, this camera crew would show up and start filming everything. And it reminded me how well the Vietnam War was put on TV. It was advertised all the time. You needed to put fundraising for the war. You needed to, be a part, do your part and whatnot, see what the soldiers are doing. It was advertised big time. And that was really interesting to see in this movie. And that sniper scene was business. That was a really good scene. But anyway, I got the story out of the way. Let's talk about the characters. Private Joker, he's kind of a downer for me, because for the first part of this movie, I didn't even know he was the main character. I mean, I hear some narration, but I didn't know it was him. So when I'm seeing him mostly, including throughout Vietnam, I thought to myself, so he is the main character. And this movie doesn't exactly do a good job saying he's the main character. The two characters that definitely do steal this entire movie is Arlie Ermy and Vincent D'Onofrio as Private Pyle. I can't remember Arlie Ermy's name in this movie. I just call him the Gunny. But whatever, that's exactly who he was. Arlie Ermy was playing himself in the movie. That's why he was really good in this movie. He improvised his lines. That's what I'm trying to say. And knowing Stanley Kubrick, who is a perfectionist, he does not always allow improvisation to happen in his movies. And to allow this soldier to actually improvise his lines all the way through, that is definitely a win right there. And he does an excellent job as well. And also the interactions he has with Private Pyle, and Private Pyle has some little mental issue in the very beginning, and then he becomes a complete psychopath later on. I thought to myself, your story is a lot more interesting than Private Joker's. I'm just going to say that right there. Seriously, the first part could have been its own standalone movie, and so could the second part as well. Then that's how I really see this movie. It's a great movie. It's visually amazing. That's what I got to say about any Stanley Kubrick movie. The acting is good. The settings are good. The boot camp part is absolutely excellent. What else can I say about Full Metal Jacket other than legendary? So guys, Full Metal Jacket, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.